Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel, I'd like to provide some stock analysis and also a short 5-minute trading lesson at the end, so please stay tuned. Okay, so today's stock analysis is for ticker symbol TRCH, Torchlight Energy Resources. This is a stock that we have also featured previously in this channel. And this is a stock that has been affected by market conditions, much like the other EV stocks, the clean energy stocks and the SPACs. At one point on a high, it was up in excess of $4.29. At close of play on Friday, it was up in excess of 10% at $2.14. So in terms of overall momentum, it is currently up 17% up on the month, and it's up 33% over the previous 3 months, and it's up in excess of 700% over the year. Okay, so let's have a quick recap of the company profile. So we have a look at the headline page from their website. We can see here that they are involved in oil drilling, and they have oil projects with significant interest on that. They have projects in the Midland Basin, Organdi Basin and the Delaware Basin. So obviously this is a company that will have been affected by the pandemic in terms of the fall in the demand for oil. However, post-pandemic and recovery, I do see significant growth in this area, especially for oil. I see significant increase in demand and huge potential for the future. Okay, so the next thing I'd like to just remind you of is the key catalysts that we looked at in their March 2020 presentation, and the key headline here is that Torchlight Energy had the largest domestic onshore new field discovery in over 30 years. So this is something that's going to give the company huge potential and huge opportunity for revenue going forward. Okay, so the next key development I'd like to share with you is an announcement of a special meeting for the shareholders. This has been announced for June the 11th, 2021. So the key purpose of this meeting is to discuss the merger with Meta Materials. In terms of the merger for Torchlight Energy, it will be a reverse split of the shares. In terms of the future potential, once this merger takes place, the stock name will change. The potential of the company, which will be much greater, because obviously the size will increase. In terms of the impact on the share price, I do expect in terms of the run up to this merger, when it happens, some positive movement up. As always, and as with many mergers that happen, there is generally a sell-off as soon as a merger takes place. We saw that with companies like CCIV and Lucid Motors, so certainly that is a possibility. So please use your stop losses in anticipation of that as well. Okay, so next thing I'd like to do is give a shout out for a social media angle, and this is a shout out to Red Bay from Reddit, and he's shared a little bit of an analysis for Torch, which I'm going to share with you here. So if you have a look at the screen, he said obviously there is a reverse merger, which I've just announced to you. For the discussion was the 11th of June 2021. This merger is with Meta Materials with the purpose of getting them onto the NASDAQ. So we can refer to the Meta Materials website there. And what has also been said by this user is Torch is divesting 100,000 plus acres of oil and gas rich land into the Organdi Basin and paying the proceeds back to investors in the form of a special dividend, with about 150 million shares currently trading around $2, which we have just seen. So certainly anything over $300 to $350 million will be distributed among shareholders. We're looking at around $2 a share in terms of a special dividend. And then final paragraph, what he's also said, the recent ONG sale prospects include a 44,000 acre deal for upwards of $1 billion in the Midland Basin. So the Organdi is right next door with the overarching Permian Basin, one of the most oil rich, well-known areas in the US. So we have seen that in my previous video where I carried out a detailed due diligence analysis of this stock. So please refer back to that video for more details on this. Okay, so in terms of an entry point for anybody looking to make an investment is in ticker symbol TRCH. At close of play on Friday, it was up in excess of $2, in excess of 10% at $2.14. So if you are looking to make an investment in this, please be aware that it is a penny stock. Please use your stop losses and also only invest money that you're prepared to lose, and also a small percentage of your portfolio. So in terms of an entry price, I would certainly look to make an investment in this anywhere below $1.90. So if you can catch this at below $1.90, that would certainly be a good investment going forward in terms of the merger for some positive upside. Okay, so it's now time for lesson of the day. We're going to continue with our series on chart analysis, and today's chart is looking at something called the inverse head and shoulders. So before we look at the chart itself, let me give you a little bit of a background. So the inverse head and shoulders stock chart pattern is used as a predictor for the reversal of a downward trend. It's also sometimes called the head and shoulders bottom, or even a reverse head and shoulders, but all of these names basically mean the same thing. In terms of the technical analysis, so it gets the name from having a longer peak forming the head and two peaks on either side, which create the shoulders. So if we have a look at the chart itself, we can see the neckline, which is represented by the grey line at the top, which is horizontal and flat, and at the bottom we have the head, which is more significant in terms of a downward movement. On the left hand side, on the green line, which represents the share price, we can see the downward movement. Then we get the left shoulder, an increase, it touches the resistance at the neckline, goes down. The head is now more of a further downwards trend. Then we get the reversal upwards again, touching the neckline, then going down for the second time. Then after it hits the right shoulder, we can see now it's heading towards the red circle, which is representing the breakout and trend reversal. So this is a bullish signal. So once you hit that breakout and trend reversal, that's a signal that the stock price is about to recover and have a little bit of a breakout. So I hope that helps. Thank you very much for joining me, and please stay tuned.